So some pretty big news coming out of the Colts team today. First, early on in the day, you had the Colts firing Marcus Brady. Good move in my opinion. Talk about it more later. Then you have Nyheim Hines, who was traded to the Buffalo Bills for Bills running back Zach Moss. So let's talk about the Nyheim Hines trade first. Nyheim Hines was a pretty good back. He was an electric playmaker. You get him the ball and he'll make a move. He'll make a big play. Wasn't really the best of running backs. He was a very good pass catcher. Get him into open space and he'll make a play. Zach Moss, on the other hand, he is more of a runner. He's not really a pass catcher. Nothing like Nyheim Hines, but Hines didn't just bring an electric atmosphere to the field. He brought it to the locker room. He brought a positive vibes, and you could feel it that he was a positive guy. He was just a really good person too, and he was fun to be around. Really good locker room guys. So that's another thing that sucks to lose because, losing a locker room guy can hurt the locker room a little bit. Can make them wonder, man, who's gonna go next, man? Where is this team heading? Where are we heading? So trading Nyheim Hines for Zach Moss, not a fan of it. I've never been a fan of Zach Moss. If anyone has ever heard me talk about Zach Moss before, I've never been a fan of Zach Moss. I've never been a Zach Moss fan. I don't think he is a very good back. He doesn't have very good ball carrier vision. Doesn't have good breakaway speed. He just doesn't really have it in a running back you're looking for. I don't get why you go out and trade for a guy like Zach Moss when you really have a guy like Jonathan Taylor and Deion Jackson as well. Why not get a later, draft pick, maybe like a 5th or 6th? I don't know. That's kind of questioning. That's kind of puzzling, but I'll say Nyheim Hines found a really good place. He's going to have to get used to having a quarterback that has a little bit of touch on the ball like Josh Allen, or a little bit of mustard on the ball, we should say. So Hines is just going to thrive, man. James Cook was drafted to be a guy to catch a ball in the backfield, just has fumbled it, just had fumbling issues, and just has not been what has been expected from him. Didn't really expect much being a 4th-round pick, but there's been a lot of running backs that come out of the 4th round and do very well. If you're a 4th-round pick as a running back, you're expected to come in and do pretty well. And James Cook didn't, fumbling issues, that kind of stuff. And I'm not a fan of trading Nyheim Hines for Zach Moss because I'm not a Zach Moss man, and I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan of it. Nyheim Hines is gonna make an impact over there in Buffalo. Yeah, I hope the best for him. I hope he goes on and they win a ring. I'm pulling for him. Then you have the Marcus Brady firing early on in the day. I think this was a good firing. A lot of people are gonna say, Frank Reich is the one who calls the shots, and he does to some degree. He's not the guy that's in there with, he is in there with the team and the offense every day. But Marcus Brady is really the one doing the installments, really the one doing all that little stuff. Because Frank Reich is a head coach, you can't focus on that. The defensive coordinator, no. The head coach has to kind of attend both sides of the ball. Not like he puts his foot forward and makes his voice heard, not like he's going to make anything happen. He's not the coach to do that. He's going to watch a fight in the bar rather than going, he's just a guy that sits back. He doesn't discipline the players, doesn't do that stuff. He's a very good offensive mind. He's very creative, but he outthinks himself more times than not, and that's something they just can't fix. But back to the Marcus Brady situation, it's turning out that Frank Reich is going to be the offensive coordinator for Marcus Brady. I thought Marcus Brady dug into the players a little bit, not much, but he was very, try to get them disciplined. But obviously it's not working. And do I think it's going to work with Frank Reich? Absolutely not. So I don't know how I feel about this move. I know we've seen some changes, but this team are who they are who they are. At this point in the season, you are who you are, and somehow, some way, this team has 3 wins, 3-4-1. Beat the Chiefs, beat the Broncos, beat the Jags. Yeah, and you should have beaten the Broncos. shouldn't have beaten the Chiefs. Well, a win's a win. Win's a win. But at the end of the day, there's only so much that can change in the middle of a season. There's only so much that can be done. And I don't see any major changes coming until the end of the year. I don't see them until the end of the year. I don't see any major changes happening. So you guys let me know what you think about these two, about the news today. Pretty interesting news. Pretty fun news, I guess. There's change. But it's in the middle of the season. It's not like it's going to be a change where automatically we're going to be contenders. Automatically we're going to be playoff team. No. It's not going to happen. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for tuning in to the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, make sure to like, subscribe, put the post notification bell on to miss any future videos. And this is JDW Sports Talk Show, signing off.